state. A person who speaks with strength and courage, I present to you Senator Bernie Sanders.
Moreau, thank you very much for that generous introduction, and we all wish you the best of luck in your new tenure as mayor of the great city of Burlington. As I stand up here, I think back of the last several times that I was in this rather huge room, and the occasions were the deployment of the incredibly brave men and women from the state of Vermont and our National Guard to Iraq and Afghanistan. And I think that I speak for all of us in saying that we are so proud of what they've done, and we're glad that the troops from Iraq are back, and we want the troops from Afghanistan to be back as well. Six years ago, when I was a candidate for the U.S. Senate, Barack Obama came to Vermont to campaign for me, came to UVM. And I will forever be grateful of his support. And today, I am extremely proud to be here today to say that we are all together going to do everything we can to re-elect Barack Obama as President of the United States. We want Barack Obama to be re-elected, and we want him to return to Vermont to take a look at the work that we, as one of the most progressive states in America, are doing. We want him to come back and see our efforts in creating a health care system, a single-payer system, which guarantees health care to all people as a right. We want him to see that we take global warming seriously, and we're going to transform our energy system. We're going to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy, and create jobs as we do that. We want him to see that in this great state, we believe in human rights for all people, regardless of sexual orientation. And we want him to see that in Vermont, we do not engage in a war against women's rights. We will fight to protect and expand those rights. You know, our Republican friends tell us that there are problems with the economy today, and they're right, but they forget about what the economy was like before Barack Obama became president. In January of 2009, if you can believe it, we were losing over 700,000 private sector jobs in 1 month. 1 month. When President Obama became president, we had a national deficit of over $1 trillion because we were fighting 2 wars and we gave huge tax breaks to the wealthiest people in this country. Today, while we have not gone as far and as fast as we want, we are making progress. Instead of losing over 700,000 private sector jobs a month, we have experienced 24 consecutive months of private sector job creation, nearly 4 million jobs. President Obama produced, and I was proud to work with him, a stimulus package which helped create millions of jobs in this country and thousands in the state of Vermont. People may not know it, but the stimulus package put more money into roads and bridges in Vermont at one time than we have ever seen. Stimulus package has helped us build community health centers throughout the state of Vermont, increase funding for child care and Head Start, and within a couple of years, we're going to have broadband in every community in the state of Vermont as a result of the stimulus. And I know our friends on the Supreme Court, those wise men who did not allow Florida to count their votes and helped elect Bush, those wise men who decided that a corporation is a person and that billionaires and large corporations can own the political process, those wise men are worried about health care reform. Well, we're worried about health care as well. We want to see 30 million more Americans get health care. And we want to see the end of the day when private insurance companies can tell people they can't have health insurance because of pre-existing conditions. Now let me be very, very clear and tell you what you already know. The election this November is of monumental consequences, not just for us, but for our children and our grandchildren. It is the future of America. And what we are up against now, at the presidential level, Senate, control of the Senate, control over the House, is whether or not America moves forward in a way that is fair for working families, or whether extreme right-wing Republicans control the White House, the Senate, the House, and we are determined not to allow that to happen. And let me be very clear. Right-wing Republicans do not simply want to cut Social Security. They do not simply want to privatize Social Security. A number of them believe Social Security is unconstitutional. We are going to defend Social Security. They do not want to end Medicare. They do not want to end Medicare as we know it. Some of them want to destroy Medicare entirely. We want to strengthen Medicare for our seniors. At a time when the wealthiest people in this country have never had it so good, we are going to ask those folks to start paying their fair share of taxes. So that we can move toward deficit reduction in a way that is fair and responsible and not on the backs of the elderly, the children, the sick, or the poor. So this is a campaign of huge consequences. And what I urge everybody here to do is to get out, knock on doors, get on the telephone, talk to your friends and neighbors here in Vermont and all over this country. We are fighting for the soul of America, and we do not intend to lose. Thank you very much.